Corpus Christi Originals back at it again. Today we got Joe Garcia, the owner of Topsy Krett BBQ and Catering. He's got some local favorites here. He's got the Kretti Spaghetti, BBQ Parfait, the Topsy Tacos, and then of course the old school regular three-piece plates, barbecue briskets, burgers, and all that stuff. We're going to talk about how he built his brand, the crafts of barbecue, the challenges of running a food business, and of course what makes Corpus Christi barbecue culture unique. Grab a plate because this is gonna be a tasty conversation. So let's start where it began. Before the big venues, before the catering gigs, how did your journey with barbecue begin?
Yeah, well, thank you again for having us out here, having me here. And but yeah, so I started doing barbecue competitions around the city, and every ones I was doing, I was winning. I was winning first, second, third. I was winning something.
Wow!
And so it just became like, okay, well, let's see if we can try to sell this or do something with it, and kind of went from there. And I started making sandwiches, and called up a couple of barbers friends of mine, like, hey, I got some. I was gonna give them away.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I got a couple of sandwiches. Y'all want any? And he's like, how much? I was like, $5. He's like, all right, give me 8.
Wow.
Like, cool. So we started doing that, and and it kind of doubled from one week to the next week, and from the week after that. And so it's like, okay, well, we're doing more sandwiches now, and so it just kind of started going from there until I was like, okay, let's find a spot, let's find something, to do.
Yeah. So I guess when starting a business, it's like you give some away at first.
Yeah.
Maybe see if it works.
Yeah, let them try it, hey, and get some feedback off it, and we're just giving it away, try it, and
that's cool.
So
yeah, another thing you mentioned too, like you were doing competitions. How different is it, like doing competition cooking and cooking for your business? Is it different?
Yeah, it is different. There's times where in the competition, you got to have it almost perfect, you could say, the presentation, and if you're making beans, the sausage need to be smaller than the beans, so there's different.
You gotta make sides too for a competition?
Yeah, they have a habit for sides.
Whoa.
And so what happens, it kind of prepares you in a way, to where it's kind of like, hey, let's make it the presentation right, let's make it good.
Yeah.
Because the judges only bite it one time. And that's it. They're not there eating the whole rib or whatever. So they take a bite of it, put it down, and they're like, okay, let's view it. So you get one bite to get the judges,
Interesting.
And so whenever we do here at the restaurant, we gotta be, it's just like the competition. You gotta be on point. You gotta be consistent.
Yeah.
And so and like the difference is, for example, like ribs, they're falling off the bone. They're overcooked. They're too overcooked, but you got to have that good bite for competition to where it's not falling off the bone. But at the restaurant, they want it. The customers want it to fall off the bone. So it's just kind of, you gotta see, how it works for you.
Yeah, for sure. I went to your restaurant on yesterday, Saturday, and man, the presentation, like you're talking about, dude, it was beautiful. I took a picture of it. You want to take a picture of it and just start digging in.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure. And I think you mentioned too about the competitions. I was listening to another podcast, like the judges, they're just kind of pick anybody.
Yeah, it could be random, anybody from anywhere that's there at the event.
Cool. And in most competitions you did here in Corpus? Or?
Yeah, they were here in Corpus.
Wow.
A lot around town,
Okay. So you got into barbecue through, you just started making sandwiches. I mean, you just had an idea. Well, before we talk about that, we were mentioning earlier, like you're kind of known in the city for your music.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I started back in '99, where I changed my life and started doing something positive, and started doing and so we started doing Christian music and started doing some positive rap in different places. So that kind of started working out. That's and cool. Kind of building my foundation.
Right on. I want to mention your tattoo on your head, bro. It looks fresh. I seen it on TikTok.
Yeah. Shout out to Rudy, man.
Okay.
Exclusive tattoos.
Exclusive tattoos. Where's that located
at? He's off, where the malls are at. Was that Airline, McCardle?
Okay.
In that area.
Oh, okay. By Burlington, kind of.
Yeah. I think right
on the other side, right? Okay. Yeah.
So
cool, man. So how did you come up with the name Top Secret?
It was just some wordplay, just something trying to because I was gonna put just Top Secret as a name, Top Secret. And so I was like, let's do some wordplay. Let's see what's out there that's going to have them thinking of the name and not only talking about the name, but talking about the food too.
Yeah. Had you seen the movie 23 before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it?
So that was kind of like, like, hey, that's a good way. Cause I was going to put just Top Secret barbecue, I was kind of
like normal spelling.
Like normal spelling, but it's kind of like, well, let's see what we can kind of be creative on,
That's
see what's
awesome.
out there.
S. Martinez on YouTube. He says, great work, guys. Much appreciated showing local talent. You're welcome. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
So when did the passion become a business?
My dad always barbecued, so I saw what how he did it, and so you learn what to do and what not to do, right?
Huh.
And so it was just something that I started to. Of course, we did it at home, backyard barbecue all the time.
Wow.
And so it's always been a passion to do it, but then it's kind of like, okay, well, I'm selling this product now. Now let's turn it into a business. Let's turn it into something that we can make money off of.
So I guess you knew like the taste and the way you made it would be. Did you think that it would be like, oh man, people would like this, so I'm gonna make this into a business?
No, not really. It's just something that I liked it. So like, well, come try my food. If you like it, then
wow,
we'll have it.
That's cool.
So
yeah, wow. So your barbecue style, like, how long did it take? Did it take you a while to like develop it? Because when I tasted it, there was a very distinct like taste through all the meats.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do that on purpose? Like,
yeah, because
like the same seasoning, I guess. I mean,
it's not the same seasoning, but it's maybe they're all cooking in the same.
Okay,
same
right,
pit,
yeah, that makes
and
sense.
so each meat has its own, his own flavor and seasoning to it, But yeah, it's it becomes something to where you develop it. The more you do it, the more you.
That's cool.
You start figuring it out, figuring this stuff out.
So did you mentioned your dad earlier? Did he like show you that stuff? How did you learn, like, maybe if I tweak this? Did you? I mean,
just burning meat.
It's
just trying.
personal,
Yeah, just trying it out. Just burning it. Like,
trying
that
it.
that didn't work. Let's try something else. Or let's try a different temperature. Or let's try something.
Oh, dope.
So it all goes down to temperature and how you're cooking something to where you're going to get the best out of it.
Yeah. So what's up, Pete Trevino? Steve Cantu on YouTube. Yeah, Pete Trevino.
Oh, what up?
Steve Cantu says, great barbecue.
Bully.
Way to go, cousin.
Yeah.
Love you, Angie. Yeah, that's cool. So is most of your stuff, because when I talk to some barbecue guys, they want to keep stuff a secret. They don't want to tell you what they put on it. They don't want to tell you how they. Is that how you are? I mean,
well, the name is Top Secret.
Okay.
So, you're not really gonna get.
You're not gonna get that. Okay, I got you. Yeah, we were talking to Pete also on here, and he was talking about you got to cook it a certain way, and I can't imagine like doing a big old pit like his.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think it's big. Yeah,
it's huge, bro. So I guess the pit is like, it's like a main ingredient as far as cooking it, right?
Right.
So do you have? So I don't know too much about barbecuing. Just get a freaking barbecue pit from Walmart.
Right.
Put coals in there, and that's how I know. You know what I mean? I'm not really into it as much as you guys, and you guys are so like it's amazing to me that there's a whole culture of barbecue, just in Texas itself. You know what I mean?
Right.
And to have somebody like you in our city making that and actually selling it, it's interesting to me.
Yeah.
So your barbecue pit, like, do you have like a smoker on the side and like all the heat comes out through the side?
Yeah.
So that's
so it's
like
offset.
So is that like basic barbecue Texas? Like how you do
pretty
it?
much. It's stick burner, so you're throwing the wood in there and letting the wood cook the meat.
Let the wood cook the meat.
Yeah, let it smoke out.
Interesting, man. All right, cool. So your beginnings. We talked about a little bit about your beginnings. So creating your own brand. Did you know that you had to create a brand for your business?
Yeah, having to get the barbecue down, the taste down, the name,
so the taste
everything,
is part of the brand itself.
Right? Yeah. So because you're gonna go different places, you're gonna get everybody's their taste. This is their taste. This is how they're. It's not, you can't just go and judge like this is not how barbecue tastes. This is not how it should taste.
Yeah.
It's just it's it's your taste. It's your barbecue. You can do it different ways, Central Texas style, or this is my barbecue. This is my way.
So would you say yours is South Texas style?
I would say South Texas backyard barbecue. You know what I mean? It's something you're gonna cook it in your own backyard.
That's interesting, bro. That's very interesting to me. So Top Secret, the brand, obviously you got your family working there with you. I met
Yeah.
your wife,
Yeah.
and we were talking earlier, like, because she asked me, how do you know Joe, or how did you come across us? And I was like, oh, he's gonna be on my podcast tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned earlier, like, she asked customers, how do they find you?
Right.
And you
Right.
said they find, like, somebody says TikTok or Instagram.
Right.
How influential are your posts, and, like, as far as people coming in from
Yeah,
that?
So we posted videos of the food, and so some of the people that get their food was just in a little video shoot. You know what I mean? Before they get it. You know?
Yeah.
So that, whether you're eating it, it was in the video shoot. So we try to video the food as
Yeah.
as fast as possible and get it out.
Do you video it yourself?
Yeah,
Or like,
yeah.
Oh, no
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah. It's like,
wow.
okay, we got some real quick, boom, 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 video.
This would look
quick.
like, dude, your
And
videos are dope too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it makes you just want
It
to.
makes you hungry.
It
Right?
does,
and
bro.
And even if you just ate, it still makes you hungry.
Yeah, bro. I put some posts, and I downloaded your videos from TikTok, and I put who likes barbecue? Is it ribs over brisket? People pick brisket,
Okay.
and then I put chicken or sausage. People put sausage.
Yeah,
So the majority of the votes were for those.
Yeah. Brisket is king, But
Yeah.
but there's people have their own preference.
Do you make your own like sauces and stuff? Because there was sauce that came with it, and then you got the pickles and the onion.
Yeah, the barbecue sauce.
Do you make
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
seriously?
Yeah.
Wow, then that's a secret also.
That's a secret.
We
Yeah.
know. We got Jose Martinez says, "What's up, Joe?
Yo,
G-Boy
what up,
Garcia."
man?
Nice, man. Thanks a lot for joining, y'all. Yeah, so let's move on to the next. We're talking about the craft of barbecue, and Corpus Christi has no shortage of food spots, but barbecue is a whole different art form. Let's talk about the craft and the business side of running Topsy Krett BBQ. So your barbecue philosophy, low and slow, flavor first, or experimentation?
A little bit of everything. Because we want to try to do different things, and so you want to try different tastes, or you want to try a different look, or something that's different.
Yeah.
And then low and slow is always a good way to go. But there's times where we don't have that time, so we're just gonna have to go, hot and fast with it. So
Wow.
So it just depends on the timing that you have. I got to open up here in a little while, or I got
Oh.
I got so many hours to cook, and so it's going how it goes.
Just so are you able to keep a consistency? Like, say you got those quick days and you have to cook it fast.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
You can keep
yeah.
it.
Yeah, we
Wow.
turn it up, and then and so
Oh.
that's when you got to monitor it a little bit more. and
Oh,
you gotta
okay,
take
that
care
makes
of it.
sense.
Yeah, because you got a flame.
Yeah, that's awesome. So the Kretti Spaghetti BBQ Parfait Topsy Tacos.
Yeah.
I mean, how did you come up with those? Or
Using the name, of course, still pulling from the brand, still trying to keep it, in house. And so, everybody got tacos, everybody got, the same thing. So it's just let's do it different, or let's add this or try that, and
so you look at your audience or the people that like your stuff, and they might like this too.
yeah. You might like it. Come try it,
Cool. So the toughest meat to master, which is your favorite to cook?
Favorite to cook, I don't know. The favorite, I'll probably pick the easiest to cook,
Which like
But I mean, brisket, because of the outcome of it, the whole thing, the from the beginning to the end, it's like caring for a little child. You have to go pick it, and look at it. This one's gonna work. We trim it, we season it, kind of slap it around a little bit. You throw it in a smoker, and then you're watching it constantly like a little kid. You're still there. I got to do more to it. And then at the end, you're like, yeah, this is good. If you're not, you're like,
Dude, there's this movie I saw. It's called Life. It's by M. Night Shyamalan. But like they're on this beach, and like every hour is like 7 years.
Oh wow,
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah?
It's a good movie. That guy M. Night Shyamalan, he makes some good movies. He made like Signs, The Sixth Sense, and all these other.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Just thinking about that, like, dude, imagine barbecuing like 7 years in one. It's insane.
yeah, it'd be there forever.
So signature rub, sauce, or technique?
Sprinkle and slap. Yeah, sprinkle and then you slap it.
Just slap it on
yeah,
it.
Yeah, just let it stick. Yeah.
Wow.
Try it out.
So you do that before you put it on the pit or whatever. Do you like? Well, I guess marinade is a thing. I don't know a lot.
Yeah.
That's like you use what is marinade?
I don't know. You can marinate it in the seasoning, or you can marinate it in liquid.
Marinated, it's the like the liquid soak into it. Okay.
You can soak it in seasoning or whatever flavors you want. Like a brine.
Nice. So which dish took the longest to perfect?
The longest to perfect. I don't know. Let me see. No, it's not really anything the longest to perfect. It's just just making sure the meats are down and then creating it. Once the meat is cooked and it's
Yeah.
it's then we can create a dish or something out of it.
Yeah, so
like the Dirty Bird bowls.
Well, Dirty Bird bowls.
Yeah, that was it was an accident actually because it's rice, beans, and chicken fajita.
Wow.
And so I had ordered some to-go cups or to-go plates, but they were too small. And I was like, man, what am I gonna do with these? I was like, man, I just wasted all this.
Whoa.
So we started figuring out, well, what can we do with these bowls since we have so many? So we started doing the Dirty Bird bowl, rice, beans, or whichever side you want.
Wow.
And then with chicken fajita, and some people add brisket, a slice of brisket and sausage, or they do brisket, sub.
Wow.
And so that became a hit. I was like, man, they're like in the Dirty
That's
Birds.
a cool name.
So yeah. And so those have been flying out the door.
You mentioned something interesting that it was like an accident.
Yeah.
Does it?
A lot of things are like
That's
that.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah. It's kind of like, oh man, it looks, it works.
That's so cool.
Just keep doing it.
What's a secret menu item not online? I guess. What's a secret menu item not online? I guess all your stuff is online.
Yeah, pretty much. But the secret menu is not, and it's kind of something that kind of got created by ideas or like, let me try this, and then we put it on the menu for a week or so. And
Wow.
Then, we take it out, and then people ask for it, and then it just becomes a secret menu that.
Wow.
We have chicken lollipops. The legs. Chicken legs.
Okay.
And then we cut them up, wrap bacon, and smoke them. And so.
So secret menu, you pull it out only so often.
So often, sometimes we have some of the secret menu available.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So I guess that helps with the influx of purchases that come through.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
It just helps on that part of the business side.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I wanted to mention too. I went into your shop on Saturday, and there was people from I would say different walks of life.
Right.
And I was like, "What? This is cool. This is cool." How do you feel about that?
Well, it's kind of crazy because I'm seeing it from the bottom and the back, so a lot of people don't see me, but I kind of sometimes I see or they tell me what's going on. But in the beginning, it was a lot of friends and family that were supporting. They would come all the time, boom, 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 and so that kind of got it. Okay, they're word of mouth. These friends and family are sharing it. And then people started showing up that we didn't know, and that's the people that you want to reach, people you don't know,
so they can tell their friends.
Yeah, because your friends are gonna back you up all day long. They're gonna be, have your back and support you. But the people that don't know you, and they're telling you that your food's good, then they mean it,
So how do you know? I guess, do you think that's when you know that you have a product, when people come in that you don't know?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can tell your friend that it's good all day. But when somebody that, and you're gonna, be like, hey, thank you. But when somebody that doesn't know me says this is this and that is good, then it's kind of like, okay, that's
that's cool.
Do something.
That's cool. If someone could eat one thing forever from Topsy Krett BBQ, what would it be?
What would it be?
Yeah. What if they had if they could eat only one thing forever from your menu? What would it be?
I don't know. It would have
what do you like on your menu? Do you like anything on?
Yeah. Everything.
Of course.
But you know what? I never get to really taste it as a whole, as the sides and the meats. Every once in a while. There's times I'll just try a little piece and that's good. I try
have an actual plate sit down.
Right. And so I sit down and I'm like, wow, this is actually pretty good. And so there's several times where I get a chance to try it all together.
Wow. That's cool, man. Yeah, like I said, it's some good food, bro. You guys have got to try it. Let me see what I got. I got to mention some people here real quick. So let me mention some people on the Facebook community group that have been commenting on our stuff lately, especially on the posts with you and I on there.
Okay.
We got Cor Holland, Amy Garcia, Business CC, Pete Trevino, Jose Martinez, Janie Vasquez, Chinitas and Cars, Mitchell Finesse, James M. Clem, Nick Lopez, Ben De Leon from the Recycled Corn Podcast, David Guerra, Javier Gonzalez of the CC Food Finds. He's the owner of that page. Awesome dude. Johnny Martinez, On Point Barbershop. VFW Post 2397, John N. Timmon Post. My cousin, he's out there. Who's that? Ron Garcia, Daniel Perales of Iron Compound, Chris Ambrez of Night Creature Productions. Thanks a lot, you guys. If you haven't joined the Facebook community group, go check it out, join it, and you can find out what episodes are going to be coming out soon. But yeah, so the next thing we'll be talking about Let's see here. So clearly, barbecue isn't just food; it's a lifestyle, but there's also a community that comes with it. That's what I want to explore next. Barbecue isn't just about food; it's about people running a business, serving the community, and being part of Corpus Christi's food scene. It comes with its own set of highs and lows. So, what have been some of the challenges and rewards of building Top Secret Barbecue?
A lot of the challenges is when you're having to get everything out at a certain time. Weather, it's either raining or it's doing something to where it's having to slow the fire down, and so that you're having to get it out at a certain time. And
Wow.
you don't want to rush it because you don't want to mess the product up. You know,
Interesting.
and then then when it's done, you're like, all right, I did good. Now this food looks the way I want it to be.
Wow.
Got customers coming in, so that's the like, all right. There it's the highs and lows all in that few hours.
So you're more concerned about the product, no matter. So that's the main challenge, to have the product, the
right.
consistency of the product out
To
there.
have it right, have it done right.
Yeah.
And so that when the customer is eating it, they're like, okay, this is good.
Wow. They know what to expect every time.
Right.
So what's the biggest challenge? I guess that's the biggest. Is that the biggest challenge in running a barbecue business? Because you got like the business side of it also, instead of just cooking.
I mean, there's so many different elements to it. You know what I mean? The challenges from having to make the money to be able to continue to keep working. From challenging having to make the food and have it out at a certain time and make sure it's right.
Yeah. What's it been like handling? I guess money coming in, money going out, and stuff like that. Is it something that you had to learn on your own? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, there's it's not, nobody's out there. Nobody's going to show you. Nobody's going to teach you. Nobody's going to, and if they are, then take note of it. But nobody's going to go out there and say, okay, well, this, and this and that. And
So you
this
got
and
to
this.
figure it out on your own.
You pretty much
basically.
got to figure it out and see what works for you and see how it works for you.
Nice. And what's the most rewarding moment as a pit master?
When the food's all gone,
Dude,
we're done.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. So a lot of like every day your post is like sold out.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot, Corpus. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's cool. How you feel about that?
And it's when we first started, we were doing 2-3 briskets, you know what I mean? And so that was an accomplishment for us. Like, well, we sold out of 3 briskets in so many hours, and we're like, wow, that was good. And so, and then the more and more we stuck with it, the more we're doing, and the more like, man, okay, we did 15 briskets today. Like,
wow.
Like, and within the 2 to 3 hours that we're open, and so it's pretty good. We got a lot of different companies that we cater for. So that's what helps. That's what gets us out faster. And then we get calling orders the night before, and so, we're already trying to see what we have and see how far we can push it.
So where do you mind me asking, like, where you like catering, as far as catering goes, like, do you cater to like businesses, or, I mean, what are some of the type of industries that you cater to when you do?
So during the week, we get the caterings from like Ed Hicks, Nissan, Subaru, Mercedes, Flint Hills, Sitco. So they call during the week, and Ron Hoover, they call and they get 30, 40, 50 plates, and so we're having to do those at the same time. We open at 11 too. So, or sometimes we do them, we knock them out before 11 comes, and then we're like, all right, we have no more sides, or we have no more of this, and this is all we have left. And, so it starts becoming like, okay, and then customers themselves order 3-4 racks of ribs and 2 briskets and so many different things. So it's they're going out.
That's cool, man. That's amazing, dude. Congrats.
Yeah.
Congrats on that for sure.
Thanks for everybody that supports. I mean, right now too, I got Sylvia.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Sylvia saying best barbecue ever. You know what I mean? Destiny out there. Joey, what's the secret? I need to know.
Yeah, we do, bro.
Right. Even my son's like, what's the secret? I was like, well, I don't know.
Do you find it hard keeping it a secret? Or do you just tell your wife everything?
It's it's because I'm the one that cooks from, and the family helps. They help trim and help get things together, and stuff. But the initial cook and everything, I'm in there trying to get it all going. And, the secret is not to burn it, not to ruin the meat, so.
So I guess that, well, of course, that makes sense.
Yeah,
burn it doesn't taste good.
Yeah. It's like, hey, we don't have this today.
And I guess the main thing that I look at when I'm eating a barbecue is that it's not dry.
Right.
Like dry chicken. Ugh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But dude, I'm telling you, the chicken was good, moist, like it wasn't dry. Sausage even had a good consistency, but sausage, it seems like it's so usually kind of dry in the middle. I mean, would you say that?
It just depends. Sometimes you can overcook your sausage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then even the brisket was. I mean, it was all good. I wanted to try some. Do you do ribs often?
The what?
Do you do ribs often?
Ribs?
Yeah.
I do pork ribs and beef ribs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to try the ribs because I like the ribs. Obviously,
Right.
everybody likes
Yeah,
ribs.
yeah.
But I was like, no ribs. But I'll just give me the chicken, give me the brisket, give me the sausage.
I think that day, I think this one guy came in and got like 4 racks and a couple of briskets. He was taking them to Mexico and stuff for a family, So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
That's cool. The meat that you get, like, do you get like, as far as that goes, like in purchasing it from companies or whatever, do you get it like wholesale? Do you buy it local? Or like, is that a secret also?
That's a secret also. No,
Okay.
I first started getting off from, of course, I was getting them from the locals here, and then I started going with PFG. So I was ordering my stuff from them, briskets and chicken, all the stuff. And then their prices started going up. So I was like, I got to find another distributor. So I went to Cisco, and their prices were pretty good until everything started going up. So they went up on their prices.
Oh, man.
So it just becomes hard to like, okay, how are we going to make money off something that's more expensive than it should be. You know?
So obviously when what's up, Jose? Jose. So obviously, we'll read that comment. We'll read your comment here. So obviously, prices go up on stuff. Do you find it hard? Obviously, as business owners, we have to have our prices go up as well to be able to make a profit and stuff like that.
Right.
How do you feel about like having to do that on your customer? Is it hard? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is hard just because, for one, I mean, barbecue is an expensive. You're going to go out and eat barbecue somewhere, you're going to spend a lot of money ordering for the family
to begin with,
regardless, right? So I try to make it affordable to where anybody can. I only have $5, all right? We got a $5 sandwich, So I kept the $5 sandwich when I first started. I was like, hey, so we got a $5 sandwich, or you want a 4 meat for $24, So it's still, we try to still make it affordable to where anybody can come in. Hey, I only got $5, all right? You can get a sandwich, So. And at the same time, it's like we have to go up on prices, on some things, but some things I want to keep the same. I still want it to be affordable to where it's not that they walk out because they can't afford it. Like, no, how much you got? I got $5.
Cool, bro.
Let's still make it happen.
Hey, thanks, and now also thanks for coming out to the art walk when we're out there posted up selling T-shirts and stuff. Man.
Yeah, I was walking by and I saw that. You know what? I've been seeing you on here. I was like, let me go over there and get some stuff you got. So
it makes me think about that because I got hoodies are expensive, and then you got tees less expensive. And then you got stickers and then hats.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Like you got the $5 sandwich, you got the 3 meat plate.
Yeah.
I mean, interesting.
Yeah.
So Jose Martinez on Facebook says Joe Garcia, ML and R may be a good man above keeping blessings you and the family. You kept the dream of you getting this going for yourself. I remember us doing the cook-offs as Double J's. Barbecue team. Keep up the good cooking, bro. Stick burning is the best way to go. Keep up the good work you're doing.
Yeah. So when I first, because he was Jose was already doing it, Joe was already doing. He had been doing barbecue competitions, and so our wives knew each other. So I was like, so we kind of ended up meeting each other. Like, well, I want to get into it. How do I get into this? And so he kind of started showing me like, well, this is what they do, and this is how it is, and we're using his pit. I didn't have a barbecue pit. I didn't have, I was like, let's do this, and so. It became something like, all right, let's get an idea of how it goes. And so, like, all right, I can do these too,
Nice.
Yeah. But
shout out Jose Martinez.
Man. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Let's see.
And Sylvia said, and great portions too.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the thing too, is portions, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to pay $20 for something and be like, this ain't worth it, And so you got to be able to figure that out too. You got to figure out, okay, how many portions of meat do I put in the plate? Yeah,
I was gonna say that too because it was pretty proportionate when I tried it out, and I was thinking that too. Do you feel like you put too much in there for the price or too little? Like how do you gauge it? You just
there's times where you can weigh it out, and there's times where we don't have time to weigh it out. I'm just here.
Yeah,
as big as my hand is, that's how big your sandwich is gonna be. So, something to where it's like, hey, let's give extra, of course, and then and not skip out too much on a plate.
And it's like people want extra. For
of course,
the bang for their buck. I guess
right. And of course, when they see it, they're gonna be like, whoa, how big is that potato?
Yeah. How do you? So I met your wife. How do you and your wife keep the family touch in the business? Because people mention that on the Google reviews.
Right.
Oh, it's a nice family business and this and that. So
Yeah.
how do you keep that touch going?
I mean, it's a mom and pop's backyard barbecue, hole in the wall, and so it's family based, and so we're whatever we're doing together, and I need your help, you need my help, we need each other to get it going,
Man, that's
so,
cool.
Yeah, and so it kind of sometimes you want to separate from your family and work, the business part of it, or because I'm your boss, not your dad or something, but at the same time. It just all kind of flows together, and it works together.
Yeah, to be able to switch between that's got to be difficult. You got to be at home trying to think about the business.
Right.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
but it's cool. That's cool to me how husband and wife can do stuff like that together. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because in our city, even my own parents, they're separated. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of that going on. So just it seems like that could be a breath of fresh air. Just having a family together doing something,
helping each other,
helping each other out. So that's pretty cool. So we're transition this. You're clearly making an impact in the community. People love your stuff. Before we wrap it up, let's have a little fun with some quick, lighthearted questions. Before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and shout out some people from. Let me see. I was gonna shout out some notable. Podcasts. I had some podcasts that I was listening to that are local. We got the Recycled Corn podcast by Ben De Leon. Check them out. He's got these very insightful videos. He's got just talking about life stuff, like you get knocked down, get up type of stuff. And then we got the Walking Leader podcast by Daniel Guerra. We got the Chinitas in Cars out of Corpus Christi. These are all Corpus based podcast. We got all things everything by Gulf Coast Smoke. Have you heard of them?
Gulf Coast Smoke.
Gulf Coast Smoke. Yeah, they got a podcast, and I was listening to that kind of inspiration for this.
Okay. And
then we got Sound Injection by Meg of Haunt the Sleep. She's a co-host there, so there's another Corpus Christi podcast you might want to check out. We talked about the past and the present, and what about the future? Let's look ahead. That's the wrong one. Sorry, guys.
Monica wants a barbecue now.
Yeah. You got any comments there on
Monica Gonzalez wants a barbecue now.
Nice.
Yeah.
So your Facebook following. Do you have? You do got a lot of followers on pretty much all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
I think so. Yeah. We're growing. It's
cool.
getting there, and the support is what really matters. You know what I mean? You can have so many followers, but you're not busy during the day. You know what I mean? I can have no followers, but I'm busy all day.
Wow.
So it just the followers help. The support really helps. The people that come in and continue to keep coming in from day one. That are still there. I remember when you had a butcher paper on the windows.
Wow.
And they were just selling sandwiches only. And so you start incorporating different things. And so what happens, you grow with your customers together,
So followers is not the same as like customers, I guess you could say.
Right. You can have a bunch of followers, but you're not selling out, or you're not selling the product.
Selling the product. Yeah. Wow. So I guess we'll talk about the future. Let's look ahead. What's next for the Topsy Krett barbecue? After that, we'll do a couple of rapid fire questions. So where do you see Topsy Krett in 5 years? 10 years?
5 years. Of course, I want to expand and do more of a sit down, so they can sit down and enjoy the food and have them to sit down and eat. Instead of what we have now is takeout. So eventually, it's gonna get to a point where we got it. We got them sitting down, dining in.
Yeah. I was thinking that too. I was like, man, I wish we could sit here and eat it.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
So,
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask you just about like thinking ahead in the future and stuff like that. And do you do that often? Like we can be like, or do you just do it like year by year, month by month, or do you just say, okay, in 5 years I want this, and in 10 years I want this, and then you strive for that goal?
Right.
Like
It's just it depends, because sometimes it could take 5 years, sometimes it could take 2 years. In whatever your goals are.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a 5 year, like in 5 years I want to do this, but maybe in 2 years it's already happening.
Oh.
So you're able to, you got to be able to move in when you're ready.
So you would set a goal.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I got goals, I got visions, I got,
Cool.
I'm constantly thinking of how to make myself better, how to make the business better, how to make the product better.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And what's going to work for you.
Interesting. So, just real quick, we were talking about. I want to talk about like creativity because you were in music, right?
Mhm.
Do you feel like you have like a creative mind that do you? How is that like transferred to what you're doing now, as far as like being creative and writing lyrics and making music and stuff like that? Do you
Yeah.
see like any of those, I guess, like skills in what you're doing now?
Yeah, in a way, in a different way, but in the same way, because when you're doing music, of course, you're wanting to perfect what you're doing, either the song or an instrument or beat or
Yeah.
something you're making. And so you wanted to make it good. You want to make it right. You want to make sure everything is sequenced good. Everything has a beginning and an end, you know? And so whenever when you're doing the barbecue, you're wanting to, from the beginning when I get the product to the beginning when the customer's eating it, you know, there's so many different levels to it where, you know, you gotta keep it, stay on it. And so staying on point with your music is staying on point with barbecue and whatever, pretty much whatever you do is you know,
So
paying attention to it.
Yeah, there's a lot in there, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
You can look at it like a song. You can look at it work ethic. I mean,
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts, you know,
Yeah.
and so and the more product I add, the more parts are moving, you know, so the more I'm moving, you know, so
Yeah.
you know, I'm having to get another pit made and bring it over, and so now I got two big pits
Wow.
going, and so it's like, okay, I'm moving over here, I'm going to the other one, I'm coming to the other one, so
Wow.
you know, it gets you know, it gets going.
You said having a pit made?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like custom made?
Yeah.
So is that the norm for like bar? I guess
Yeah, I'm
pit
sure.
masters?
Yeah. They want to get something that's going to work for them, or that's going to be is big enough for their company. And because when
I
I
mean-
first went in there, I had a smaller pit on the trailer, a little smaller one. You know, I can do like 5 briskets or something. You know, and so I grew out of that one. So it's like, all right, let's get a bigger one made. And so we made a bigger one.
Wow.
Add more briskets to there.
Do you want to shout out who makes them, or I mean, do you get it made local?
Yeah, there's a friend of mine. We kind of do it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
hey,
cool.
let's put this here. Let's put this here.
Well,
and
you
then
act
we
like welding it
Yeah,
on
he
there?
welds it together.
What?
Yeah. Sam, my boy Sam. You know, and so he, you know, he put it together and we have it ready and
Yeah, that's dope.
drag it to the shop.
Yeah, I
and
wanted to get
keep it
some
going.
welders on here, dude. So you weld like
No,
yourself?
I don't.
Okay,
I just kind of like, well,
You
when I was
pointed
helping
out.
him, I was helping him. I was tacking a couple of things, and I was holding something the last time I was doing the first one, and he was hitting it, boom, boom, and I guess the people were falling on me and started burning my shirt. Yeah, it was crazy. I'm not helping you no more. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a dude on TikTok. You probably follow him. I think his name is Homer, but he has this thing called "So you want to be a welder, huh?" That's his saying.
Oh yeah.
But he reached out, and so we might get him on here. We had Nick Lopez also.
Okay.
He was working like at the Tesla factory in Austin or something like that. So that was interesting. So
that's
rapid
dope.
fire. Is there you got any comments there on your Facebook?
Yeah, let me see. I've tried. I don't know. Let me see. Here we got sliced brisket. Highly recommended. Judy. Let's see what we got here. Stacy, 100% recommended. You know what I mean?
Nice. Yeah. I wanted to. Let me read your. I wanted to read your the Google. What Google says, like the reviews.
Right.
Yeah, because like Google, like now it actually AIs it and it takes all the reviews and it puts it like in this one paragraph. It's very interesting what they do, and I wanted to read that for you. It says, people say this barbecue restaurant serves juicy, smoky, and tender brisket, as well as delicious pulled pork, beef ribs, and chicken. They highlight the reasonable prices and generous portions. They also like the friendly, family-owned staff and fast service. 4.9 stars. Dude, how you feel about that?
That's good. You know, and so we get customers that come in that are visiting from out of state, you know, from out of town, and they Google, you know, best barbecue or not best or barbecue near me or something, you know. And so they said that our ratings were high and you know, the reviews are like, oh, that's cool, man, appreciate it, you know.
So that helps.
They're coming to a little hole in the wall, you know, and so and then they like it, you know, and so we get
Awesome.
you know, we get a customer.
Dude, that's awesome. Joyce Garcia says, success takes time, but innovation is daily. With Joe G-Boy Garcia, since I've known and watched, is always reinventing his craft. Wow. Garcia's roots run deep, but there's nothing that he can't do. Love you, brother. Super proud. Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Nah, it's my sister.
Ah.
It's my sister Joyce. She helps out at the shop too whenever she's not working.
okay.
Yeah, she helps out too whenever we we got some extra we need to. We'll call in a whole bunch of people. You know.
Yeah, so once I guess like talking about family and stuff like that. Sometimes when you start business, people think you're making money family come out of the woodwork.
Right.
Does that happen? Like, has
Yeah,
that
of
happened?
course. It's kind of like, hey, I was like,
It's gonna happen, right?
yeah, it's gonna happen. Like, no, I don't have my money's not long. I don't got money like that. Sorry,
You may think, right? All
Yeah,
the
you may
publicity and
think,
stuff.
you may see all these people lining up, coming and paying me money, but
Yeah.
I gotta go buy more stuff. I
Yeah.
gotta,
Yeah. Indiana Walking Stick on Instagram. He said, because I was put, well, what would you ask Joe, right? And he was like, I would ask him, how come I can't go to the front of the line?
well, you gotta pay a little extra, and then you probably could. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Do you think you're reinventing your craft? Like,
Yeah, constantly, from and you become blessed and highly favored. You know what I mean? So anything that you put your hands on, you know what I mean, it's gonna be good. It's gonna flourish. And you just gotta have the mindset of like, okay, this is gonna work.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing, and ain't nobody can't stop me.
wow.
You can only yourself is the only person that's gonna stop you. I'm just trying to be better than I was yesterday, last week.
Wow.
That's my only competition.
Yeah, so it's not just barbecue. I mean, it's yourself.
It's
like
your whole mentality. You know what I mean? From waking up to going to start it to like, man, I ain't trying to do this.
Bro,
this early in the morning.
how do you like end up with that mindset? Because
yeah, I mean, you just kind of have to
well, you said
do it.
you said like blessed and highly favored. That's like, because I've talked in like Christian circles.
Right.
Would you say that you're like a religious person, or
It's not religious. I have more of a relationship.
Okay.
With God. And so I want to be able to put that into my foundation, how I move. And so, because I changed my life, so you got to be able to be positive in a lot of things you do. So whenever something negative happens, you're able to like, okay, you know what? Let's make that into something better. Let's make it good for something that's bad. Let's turn it into something that's good.
Wow. When I look at all your tattoos and stuff, I'm like, has he always been like? Because like just talking about your personality right now, like it's awesome, right? And it's like, has he always been like this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was born with them. They appeared. Sometimes I just got to freshen them up.
Joey Novato says your cousins want to know if you have a family discount.
Family discount, yeah, that's on the secret menu.
It's on the secret menu.
Yeah. You got to bring in like 5 people and then you get a discount.
Hey, come on.
You know what I wanted to bring out? Those old school. They used to stamp the little cards because you came in.
Oh yeah,
and then at the end of the card you get a free something.
Yeah,
I might bring those back.
Dude, for sure. Hell yeah, that's awesome, man. Oh shoot! Real quick, I wanted to. So we're almost at 45 minutes. I wanted to shout out some people that have been on the Instagram also and the TikTok. That,
all right.
Just real quick. So we got Rob Coffin, E Morales, Recycle Corn Podcast, Hero Garage, Isaac Cruz, Sanchez, The Almighty Public Zoo, Samurai Blitz, David Getter, Marty McPies, Hype Bike, Sam and Louise. My mother's name is Nature, Tex-Mex 361, Snack Daddies, Gratitude Texas, another band, and the Iron Crypt Gym. They commented on one of my videos recently, so I was just shouting them out. There's some people on the TikTok live that were there. I did a live on Friday, which I'm trying to do every Friday. We had Garza, Vil Aidit, Meg Sheridan, Joshua Marr, Paranormal, The Officiant Renee, and Drift Goon Garage. Thanks a lot, you guys, for being on the live chat and commenting on the Instagram. Yeah, man. So let's do some. We're about wrapping it up. Let's do some rapid fire questions, I guess.
There was a Steven Smithwick.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's like, tried GWs and FAR, and this man's barbecue is on that level. So, thank
GWs?
You. Yeah.
Tell me about. So GWs is like a famous.
I don't know. It's in FAR.
Far Texas?
Yeah, it's in Far Texas.
Yeah, David Guetta, he says, for those of us on the out of town, can you share one more time the address and the hours of operation? Last time we were in Corpus, most of the barbecue shops were closed.
Yeah, it's a top secret location. So it's at 4709 Castores, 4709 Castores, and it's every Wednesday through Saturday from 11 to 2, 11 to sell out. Best time is get there at 11, because there's times where, the customers are the ones that are buying all the product, and so, we can't always say we have so much to last so long,
Yeah, get there early, bro, because, like I'm saying, I'm looking on your Facebook and you're like always like sold out.
Yeah.
See y'all next time. Sold out.
Yeah.
See y'all next time, which is amazing, dude. So yeah, David,
good.
It's 4709 Castores. Wednesday through
Saturday.
Sorry, man, I got like time blindness. We were like, I was trying to schedule you, bro. And
Right.
I was kept on getting the times wrong. I put the times wrong on Facebook.
Yeah, he's
Dude,
like,
I'm so
4:30. I was like, are you
Yeah,
sure?
yeah.
Is it gonna be 4:30 or is it we 6? What's going on?
he's like, hey, just hit him over the head, bro. You got it or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Sounds good. Let's start. Line starts behind me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. David Guetta's got the Walking Leader podcast.
Man, there you go.
Walking Leader podcast. Check him out. Yeah, man. So is there anything you want to add? I guess before we kind of wrap it up.
Just thanks to the customers, really, man. Those are the ones that keep us still here. You know, going on 6 years. You know, so
6 years, bro.
Yeah, and so it's them that continue to keep moving. You keep on buying the product. I'm gonna keep making it. You know,
Yes, sir.
and so that's what. And I'm gonna keep trying to make the food as consistent as good. As possible. We all have our bad days. And so I try to make that bad day something like hey, it's good.
Make it a good day.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good day. We can work around it and do something to where your product's still gonna make it.
Man, that's awesome, dude. Hey, I really like your outlook on life as far as like reinventing yourself and just keeping yourself on the up and up. You know what I mean? And I think that channels into your business.
Right. Being positive. You got to stay. There's so much negativity in this world that you gotta just keep a head on and just keep it positive and keep it moving.
I mean, how just so real quick on that, like I talk about Corpus and stuff. How do you feel like about, the city where it's going? And what do you think about the barbecue culture in the city? I mean, what are your thoughts on that as far as like Corpus goes?
Yeah, it's growing and it's growing slow. You know what I mean? Everything kind of tends to skip us and go to the valley or go up north. But we're getting there in a way of where we could be. But the barbecue scene, it needs it'd be like Austin and San Antonio, and there's a whole bunch of options of barbecue places out there that brings that culture that much more rich, brings the city that much more like, man, we have them.
Yeah.
And so, more options, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so it's like, there's a variety of different barbecue that tastes different, you know what I mean? And so, that's what's going to bring it. The more we have what we have, the more it's just going to bring more in our city,
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I guess the more people doing it, or the more people actually bringing the craft to light, would you say?
Right. You would think, it's gonna continue to make it that much more. Like, hey, I'm here in the city now. Where's it at? There's one here. Like, last time there was only a couple. So
it depends on us. You would say, like,
it depends on because there's so many that I've seen closed down that when since I've been doing it, that it's like, man, it's hard. So it's the more that we support the food locally, the food got to taste good too, because not Corpus is going to spit you out, they're going to eat you and spit you, and they got to, you got to be good, with the food. And so, but the food's good, customers going to love it. They're going to keep coming, they're going to support you regardless, so that's just the thing, is the support from our customers and from the city and from whatever we do,
Yeah, like that. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So, so you got a website? Is there another way to like find you? I guess. I mean, how can people follow you online?
Yeah, you can go to the website. Is just the website menu. TopsyKrettBBQ.com. Yeah, so it just gives you all our catering prices and the everyday prices.
Dude, just real quick, like I really like your website. It's very simple, and I think that's how restaurants should do it.
Right.
Just put your menu on there. Just put contact information where you're at. That's all people need on the website. They don't need all these pages and all.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Sorry to cut you off, man.
No, you're good.
Yeah. So you got the website. And then I guess
the Instagram too, and then of course TikTok, Facebook, all the platforms that have us on there. So it's been going good. It's
cool.
good. A lot of support from all of them too.
Nice, bro. Real quick, so rapid fire. What's your favorite cut of meat?
I don't know. I would say the brisket.
Nice.
The marble brisket. The fatty marble brisket.
Oh. Favorite side dish?
Right. Well, since we came out with Kretti Spaghetti, that Mexican spaghetti, that's kind of been something that I need to have. Yeah.
Whoa, nice. Barbecue sauce, sweet, spicy, or no sauce?
No sauce, but I'm a dipper, so I'm a dip on the sauce. So
yeah,
either way, a little tangy, a little spicy.
Hey, I'm a no sauce dude. No. When I had yours, I was like, it's got to be good with no sauce. Let's try it.
Yeah.
Good, bro.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. You got to try it. Craziest thing that's happened during a cook?
Craziest thing that happened during a cook? I don't know. Let me see. Probably almost burning the meat. Probably. I don't know. There's times I put it in there and then I open the pin. I'm like, oh, this is done. We're out of here. Let's go.
I didn't expect it. Wow.
So I got to pay attention a little more.
Barbecue hack or kitchen trick?
Barbecue hack or kitchen trick? I don't know. Let me see. There's always things that you do that kind of worked out. Like, oh man, that was,
Oh, wow.
they made my job a little easier. It made something,
Cool.
hack. I mean, I don't know. There's not really a hack. It's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sharp,
you know,
a sharp
what,
knife.
you know what I like is when you got the black gloves on, it just makes it seem like professional.
Yeah,
You know
like,
what I mean?
we're somebody.
Or not even that, like, because when you're getting a tattoo, like he's wearing the black glove.
Right. Yeah. Like, I'm about to tattoo this brisket, Yeah, the same thing, you're carving it.
Hey, what's the hobby outside of barbecue?
I don't know. I like playing darts.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. I was in the dart league, and so
Dude, that's
I
cool.
got some trophies. All my people out there in the steel tip, And,
Dude.
yeah, they support me too, man. They come into the shop also too, all like the dart family,
What?
because did it for so long, and so they come in too, and they
There's like teams in town, or
yeah.
No
There's
way.
soft tip and steel tip.
Dude, I gotta get some of those dudes on here. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
That's cool. Well, man, Joe, thanks a lot for coming in to the podcast, bro.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. If there's any other, is there any other people that want to shout something out on there on your
Stacy,
Facebook?
ribs are on point. Melanie, best brisket. Let me see what else we got right here. Ralph, best Q in town, hands down. Thank you, Ralph. The support, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, it just keeps you moving, you know what I mean? Keeps you still wanting to keep doing it, you know what I mean? Because if you're not getting any support or any customers, of course it's gonna put you in a way like, what am I even doing?
Dude,
Why am I doing this?
I was so thinking that before I came here.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, for real. Like, I was like, man, do people even like the pod? Do people even like this? What am I doing?
Yeah, like,
you know
I
what I
didn't
mean?
get no reactions. Nobody's even,
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why you got to stay positive, because if not, that's going to shut you down before you even get started. You know what I mean? That's going to be like your mind's the battlefield. You know what I'm saying? You constantly think all day long, and so you got to be able to, just turn that around. And I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, regardless if somebody's showing. People are watching, regardless. So just keep it moving. You know what I mean?
So those thoughts are gonna be there. I guess that's the normal part of life.
Right. Like, man, there's nobody showing me love. There's somebody this and that. And the more you not think about that, the less you think about it.
So don't dwell on it. And
No, because that's where we get ourselves sick. We start thinking about, man, this and that, no support, no this, no that, and you just got to keep it positive and just keep it going. And by the time you know it, you're gonna be where you want to be.
I talk to my wife, like I'll tell her, hey, I'm overthinking on this and stuff like that. Do you do that? Like,
there's times I try not to question myself, because whatever I'm thinking or wanting to do, questioning myself will keep you from accomplishing it. So what I do is I just give ideas out and to like the family, my kids and wife and stuff, like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And their ideas help me flourish and think, like, cool. Okay, you know what, that's a good idea. Let's add it to it, or let's do this. Or
does every idea make the not cut?
Every idea. What happens is sometimes if somebody has a good idea, then we kind of go around the idea and let's perfect it and just kind of go around and see what we can do with that.
Yeah, I like that. I like that ideas don't have to necessarily make the cut. You know what I mean? Right. And they can just be ideas.
Right.
Some people get upset. Oh, you like my idea, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
It's just it's an idea, it's a suggestion. We're gonna use it or not. It may work next week. It may work next year. Yeah. But right now it's not working.
Cool, man. Yeah, that's awesome, bro.
But yeah. No, but just thanks to everybody, man.
Desiree Garcia says Topsy Krett BBQ and Catering, best barbecue in town.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Thank you.
Joe.
Hey.
Dude, thanks for coming in, man. Thanks for having this chat with me, man. Anything to let the listeners know before we go?
Every Wednesday through Saturday, from 11 to 2, or sell out. Come continue to keep supporting what we got going on. A little hoe in the back, hoe in the wall, backyard barbecue. You know what I mean? Like, let's keep it going. The more support we have, the longer we're gonna be around. You know what I mean? And so
be careful when that going into that parking lot. That street's busy right there, but once you get parked,
once you park, you're good. You know what I mean? But it's a little parking lot. The parking's kind of small, so get there. And that's what's cool is that we start seeing a line start forming.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, they're like, we start getting in line, and so it's like, what? Like, no way. Like,
I want to go to where. Oh yeah,
yeah, like
dude,
we start
hell
getting
yeah.
the line. You're like, man, that's
a
cool,
good feeling, man.
Yeah, it is, and that's what keeps it like, you know what, man, these people are waiting, to try this food or to get their food. You know? So like, man, let's go.
Wow,
you
let's
know?
go.
So,
That's awesome, man. Well, Joe, thanks a lot, man. I keep saying this is what I call the Hispanic goodbye. Like we say goodbye, we keep talking.
say
goodbye,
right.
keep talking.
Exactly right.
Next time you know you're like 12 p.m.
How long is
man.
this thing going?
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot, Joe. This is awesome. I hope some more people find out about you through the podcast.
Alex Martinez.
Alex
what up,
Martinez.
man? What it do? Best. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Alex Martinez. Thanks a lot. Is that Skateboard Universal? Shout out to him.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, shout out to the producer back there, Maya. Thanks a lot for producing the show. Check out Corpus Christi Originals.com for merch and hats and t-shirts and stuff like that. Also, I got a actual webpage for the podcast called ccoriginalspodcast.com. And you can find previous interviews and previous stuff like that. We also got I'm in the market for sponsors, actually. I just put a page out there for just ccoriginalspodcast.com/sponsor if you want to sponsor the show. If you like what we're doing here, we don't just sponsor you on the actual long form podcast. We sponsor you on TikTok, on Instagram. We put the tag, we put an address on the post, just depending on the type of sponsorship that you sponsor us with. But until next time, you guys, thanks a lot. Corpus Christi Originals, we're out. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.